Go to Japan, you go to the Antarctic, there's Muslims. So I would make a suggestion. If he wants to go somewhere where there is no Muslims, I suggest he goes to hell.
This is exactly how Muslims behave after discovering that taking over Ireland wouldn't be a walk in the park. It's an absolute clown show with a bad taste in the mouth. Hit subscribe if you're tired of this garbage. These are Catholic and Irish patriots blocking a Muslim march and show of force near the GPO in Dublin. Muslims marching, Irish patriots confronting and chanting in a tense standoff as they tried to claim one of Ireland's most historic sites. Exactly the kind of resistance that happens when people see their country being taken over. Here's an Irish woman in Dublin confronting loitering men, telling them to mind their own business and directly challenging their attitude with some choice words.
Standing around wasting the taxpayers' money. You mind your business. You mind your business.
You can hear the frustration as she talks about taxpayer burdens, safety worries, and the growing feeling among locals that Ireland is changing too fast and too radically. That same frustration comes through loud and clear from an Irish mother speaking out about her child being the only Irish kid in the class in an area with around 85% immigrants.
I'm from Dublin, but I come to Mayo every weekend. But I wanted to talk about what the situation is like where I live, because you have not seen what is coming yet, and I have. Where I live is about 85% foreign nationals. I can walk down the street on any given day, walk into the supermarket, and I don't hear an Irish conversation. I hear foreign people everywhere. My child is one of 30 children in her class, and she's the only Irish child. She came home crying from school a few weeks ago because she doesn't understand what any of her friends are saying. The children revert back to their own languages when they're not being taught. She literally cannot understand the conversations around her. But when Halloween came around there a few months ago, last year she was allowed to dress up, the year before last she was allowed to dress up, this year she wasn't allowed to dress up.
From Dublin to Mayo, parents are watching school life, Halloween events, safety, and their children's culture get diluted right before their eyes.
They said they didn't want to offend people, but I don't go for a walk around the park during the day with my child anymore. I have a big dog and I don't go for a walk by myself anymore. I very rarely leave my house because where I live is so unsafe. And that is the reality that you're facing if you don't make a stand. And I understand it's really, really hard to, be called names and all of these things. But you have to stand up on behalf of your children and the future of the country. The landscape of this country is changing completely. And if you're okay with that, fine, but I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that for my child. Please put your children first and your country first, and just don't care what anyone else thinks.
This is a replacement happening in real time. And just when you think it couldn't get any worse, this is the Muslim militia testing just how far they can go and what they can get away with, desensitizing the population to their control of the streets. With 2 mosques built each month, 6 mega Muslim-only cities being planned, Islam has grown its numbers so that they can jihad to take Ireland. The Quran commands them to do so. And for those still doubting, the next clip is proof.
It means to us that we are considered to be part of the society, part of the nation, part of the community, that yes, Irish identity is evolving. And of course, we do not have the generations of ancestors that lived in Ireland, but we do have connection in terms of residence, in terms of contribution to the society, and in terms of loving and caring for this beautiful country. And that is something that we share. So today we are celebrating our Irish connection, being here in the historical iconic Croke Park, and also we are celebrating our Muslim identity.
Welcome to the New Ireland. Pakistani cleric Umar al-Qadri said Irish identity is becoming Muslim, as nearly 30% of births in Ireland are now Muslim. They're saying it openly while sitting with Irish politicians. And they're not hiding their intentions on the streets either.
Come talk to me, bro. What's your training regimen? You got a second to talk to me, take a Quran. This hand, this book, easy. This hand, this book, easy, and then you're on your way. That's it. That's it. It's yours, my brother. Bismillah. All you, right? All you. I know you're a busy man, but you know what? You got it now. You well, my brother. You too. Blessings.
Public distribution of the Quran. This is a completely new thing. After Christians, now Muslims have adopted this method of converting. Can any member of ISKCON open a stall right there among them? Will the police try to get it vacated or not? Hindus are getting trapped in the net, and the same pattern is playing out in Ireland. When that confidence grows, this is what follows. I don't care that some of these people were injured. They show up armed to a protest, carrying weapons the rest of us are not allowed to, though some foreigners may carry knives and behave like this. Ordinary Irish people are expected to stay disarmed while this goes on.
It's fun. This idea is fun. Accordia, Jaif, Agos, Assalamu alaikum. Peace be with you all. Distinguished guests, our former Taoiseach, Bertie Ahern.
This started during COVID, supposedly because Muslims couldn't possibly pray at home like Christians were told they had to. Now, even though they have their mosques, they insist on this display of dominance in Ireland, and the GAA facilitates it like clapping seals. Traitors. What began as an exception has become a regular show of power on Irish soil. And when tensions boil over, protesters are now setting dumpsters on fire and pushing bins towards the police line.
Out of the way! Come on! Get out of the way! Fucking into it! Drop the beat! Drop the beat! This is what I mean. When it comes to taking exploitation of us vulnerable in society, you have to expect this sort of reaction. Civil unrest is the inevitability of mass migration. As soon as an area is demographically replaced, this is what happens, because people no longer recognise the Britain that they previously knew from their generation, from their family, from their ancestors.
This is the sort of escalation and civil unrest that happens during mass migration. Ireland is seeing exactly what other European nations have already lived through. The arrogance reaches new levels with moments like low IQ Pakistani Muslimwoman Kapoor butchering the Irish language in a poor attempt to rage bait Ireland.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, walillahi alhamd. Is-Agia is far. Is-Agia is far. Ni an di Agia Akgia. Ni an di Agia Akgia. Is-Agia is far. Is-Agia is far. Agus is-Agia atogak mula tilcha. Is-Agia is far. Is-Agia is far. Akorja, Jaib, Agus, Assalamu alaikum. Peace be with you all. Distinguished guests, our former Taoiseach, Bertie Ahern, representative.
He's saying Islamic prayers in Irish while loose-lipped Wankstein Bertie Ahern sits close by as some kind of guest of honor in a further attempt not to be called an Islamophobe. Everyone is submitting. Catholic protesters disrupt planned Muslim march to Dublin's GPO intense standoff. Dublin, Ireland, 4th of July, 2025. Muslims have planned to march from Christchurch to the GPO to mark the beginning of the Islamic New Year. So this protest was organized at the GPO to prevent the Muslims from reaching it.
You will respect the Irish people, or we will make you respect us!
Now here's the attitude fueling it all. As Islamic scholar in California, Uthman Farouk gives a strong message to the West.
Wants to put a Muslim ban. He wants to ban Muslims. We will tell him, this isn't your country to ban. This is the land of Allah, as every land is the land of Allah. And there are Muslims here, that are going to be here. And if you don't like it, I would suggest he goes somewhere else. But I don't know where he's going to go. If he goes back to Europe, a lot of Muslims in Europe, I've been there recently. You go to Africa, you go to South America, you go to China, you go to Malaysia, you go to Japan, you go to the Antarctic, there's Muslims. So I would make a suggestion. If he wants to go somewhere where there is no Muslims, I suggest he goes to hell. And know that our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has given us the glad tidings that this religion of Islam will enter every household. Every household. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Sahih Hadith, he told us, this ummah, the guarantee, this ummah who will be victorious, and those that try to overcome them will not be able.
Just like the rally against rednecks was a total failure in the face of Texans who defiantly wish to maintain the culture and character of their great state, for those in which it is their birthright. That same defiant spirit is rising in Ireland.
Americans are being demographically replaced in this country by Hindus, by Muslims, by people from the Indian subcontinent, by people from the Middle East, okay? And even if every single one of them converted right now to, if every single one of them converted right now to Christianity, they would still irreparably change the unique character of the United States of America, of Texas, and of Dallas-Fort Worth. We cannot allow this situation to continue, regardless of their religion, as horrible as it is. We have to stop the demographic transition of this country before it is changed irreparably. We can ban Sharia law now, but the Muslims and the Hindus, they will just take the demographic edge and repeal the laws in 20 years when they're the demographic majority, when they're 100% of Frisco, when they're 100% of Dallas, when they're 80% of Fort Worth, when they're 100% of Austin. Who will stand up for you? Who will stand up for Christianity? Nobody. We have to change the demographic nature of this situation before it's too late. And guys like Zul Mohammed are here to rub it in our face that they're going to replace us. But they're not going to. You will not replace us.
You will not replace us. You will not replace us. You will not replace us. You will not replace us. You will not replace us. You will not replace us. You will not replace us. You will not replace us. You will not replace us. You will not replace us. You will not replace us. You will not replace us. You will not replace us. You will not replace us. You will not replace us. It's over.
That is all that needs to be said to Zul Muhammad, is that you will not replace us. There will be no debate. There will be no Islamic majority. There will be no Hindu majority. This will remain an American country for Americans born here.
Amen, brother.
And nothing captures it better than this brave Irish woman saying the rosary inside Croke Park at a Muslim event. But what they did to her was absolutely horrific.
Here for me, Teresa, will you? Give me a hug. You okay? Did somebody...
No, I wasn't hurt. I wasn't harmed.
You're emotional about this. You went in there on the QT. Take your time. Take your time.
I did.
So this is Teresa from Drimna, and she's been with Southside Says No for a long time, on the forefront, on the front line of all of this. A brave Irish warrior woman. I know her well. She's come out of here now. She's worn her T-shirt, made her point in there. You said a rosary. There's her rosary beads, guys. What happened? Tell us.
I just took the gear off, and while they were praying, I don't know who that head fella is, whatever his name is.
Kadri, Al-Kadri.
Yeah. And as I was to tell them, it was a shame on them. The people had died on that ground. This is sacred ground for us. How dare they? They should be all ashamed of themselves. Very upsetting. And as I was saying the rosary, he was still praying over me and kept praying over me. It's
Croke Park, which is sacred to Irish identity, was hosting massive displays of dominance, while a quiet Catholic prayer was removed. The double standard is blatant.
I got an interview earlier with him, and he was, trying to do his own little PR stunt or whatever, but he wouldn't answer any questions.
No, well, he was hugging and loving everybody in there, I have to say. Shame. It's a sad day, I tell you, to see what's going on in there.
And again, that stadium has been historically sacred for Irish people. 14 people were shot dead in there by invaders.
Yes, absolutely.
And now they're bringing in more invaders.
More invaders. I mean, how can anyone justify their religion or what they do? Marrying children that are only 8 years of age.
Muhammad married a 6-year-old.
Yes, I know.
It's in their doctrine, it's in their book.
And there people think it's okay. I asked them, is your job worth it? The man that put me out, I said, your father, your great-grandfather, are you not ashamed of yourself?
On what grounds? What grounds did he put you out?
They just kept telling me to shush and be quiet while I was saying the rosary, but I said it all the way out the door. Told me to shush, that there was children around. Shush.
And you're obviously emotional now about it. I don't blame you.
As I said, I wasn't hurt. Nobody put a hand. I was just asked to leave. I made sure I grabbed my runners on the way out because he took my shoes off me.
It was very brave of you to go in there on your own and do that.
I'm just sick of it, Philip. I'm sick and tired at this stage of what they're doing. They're taking over our country. We've nothing left. They're stripping everything, our history, our culture, our religion.
They thought they could take over Ireland without resistance. But the Irish, mothers, patriots, ordinary citizens are pushing back hard. This is the brutality, check the takeover attempt just received. Europe is watching. Ireland is showing that native spirit isn't dead yet. Wake up.